You got to stop listening to your friends and family. Some of your friends, family members ain't worth a nickel. Ain't shit. Some of them are horrible. I mean, family can be sometimes be the worst. Why? Because they're close to you. They know you. You spend most of your time around them. You see them during the holidays. If you don't live with them, you talk to them on the telephone. They're close. You care about them. You love them. That's why they can be the worst. Some of your, if it was left up to your family, or your quote best friend, and if it was left up to them, you'd be a slave. You'd be slaving away. As a matter of fact, some of your friends and family, they're secretly jealous of you. The more you complain or struggle or both, that makes them feel good inside because for them, they have that slave mentality. For them, as long as you're complaining or struggling, that makes them feel like, hey, it doesn't matter how bad I got it, I ain't like him, I ain't like her. Some of your friends and family are like this. Now, of course, we know people, that we don't know, that people at the job or just people that you know or met over the years that maybe you associate with. You know a lot of them ain't worth a nickel. They know it and you know it. Just like some of your family members. They know they ain't worth nothing. You know? And you might be one of those people that I'm talking about right now. And if that's the case, the good news is you can change. You don't have to be like that for the rest of your life. And some of our relatives, they know they ain't worth a nickel. They already know. You don't got to tell them. That's like a fat person. You could call a fat person fat. You fat ass. You don't got to tell them that. They already know they're fat. So it's just like telling one of your relatives that they ain't shit. They already know that. As a matter of fact, a lot of your relatives and even some of your friends, they don't understand why you hang around them, because they know they ain't about nothing. This is why every time you try, I would highly recommend you not tell your friends what you about to do or where you about to go, because they'll try to talk you out of it. You know why? Because most people are negative, and they feel like you're not supposed to be doing it. They feel like they're supposed to be doing it, even though they don't have the balls to try it, or probably never thought about it. But they don't want to see you do it. That's the thing. That's that jealousy that a lot of people have inside them. They got that hater chip. That's what I call it, the hater chip. Almost everybody has it too. Damn near everybody have it. And it's always the people that they'll see you doing something, and then and maybe you have a certain level of success, maybe you getting a good response, and they always come around and have an opinion about whatever you're doing, and it's never anything positive. It's never something that you can take and add on to it. They'll come around and criticize. Hey, you need you don't have this. You don't have that. You need to do this. You need to do that. And I'll be like, well, you gonna get it for me? I don't know about all that. They never take the initiative to bring to you whatever you think can help them. They never do that. If I see that you're doing something, and I feel like that I can help you, I'm going to go out and get it and bring it to you. What I'm not going to do is come around and talk and tell you what I think you should get. I'm not doing that. That's what most people do. You know why? Because they were raised by loser parents. Their parents got them like that. Their parents were losers. Their parents got them like that. And if you try to talk to them and say, hey, why don't you just go out and get whatever you think I should have before you even talk to me? That way I'll have a better understanding and things will, you come across as being helpful. If you try to talk to them like that, they ain't gonna get it. They won't understand. They'll be like, why I got to go out and get it? Why I got to go out and buy it? Well, you brought it to my attention. I didn't know anything about it. I thought I was doing okay, And then if you tell them, well, hey, I'm using what I got until I can do better, right? Because they'll be like, oh, I saw somebody else using this and using that. Well, I ain't got to that level yet. I ain't got there yet. So why don't you go out and get it? They don't do it. They don't do it. You know why? Because they had no intentions of doing it. They just want to say something negative just to make themselves feel good, so you can feel bad on whatever you doing. Because a lot of people can't stand the fact that you're doing something. They feel like anybody else could be doing it, but you're not supposed to be doing it. And a lot of this is based on their beliefs, their insecurities. See, a lot of people, it's a lot of people that know me personally. When they found out that I wrote 3 books and started a YouTube channel, they didn't want nothing to do with me no more after that. And I don't know why. I never asked. I didn't care. And you have some people started acting like funny style. They were like, oh, you making them videos and saying this and saying that. I'm not making the videos for you. I don't care what you think. It ain't for you. I never even told you I had a channel. I never even told you I had a book. I don't care what you think. I didn't write the books for you. If you don't like it, it ain't for you. If you don't like the videos, it ain't for you. I never told you about it in the first place. You made it your business to go out and search because somebody else told you about it. And these same people, they feel like, oh, you shouldn't be doing this and doing that because you ain't got no master's degree, or you're not a doctor, or you're not a psychologist. This ignorance, the ignorance and miseducation of a lot of people. And everybody has a family member that's a know-it-all. Whether it's your sister, your brother, your cousin, And these same people today, they're shaking in their boots. You know why? Because that money that they're making, or that they used to make, it ain't working the way it used to. You can't pay to get rid of the virus. That's what scares them to death. Because before the pandemic, these same people used to flaunt and stunt and act like they were better than you because they went to the college, or maybe they got a master's degree in something, or a doctorate degree, or whatever, or maybe they certified in something. They thought they were better than you because of their education, or because they got a couple dollars in the bank account, or because of they stay on the other side of the tracks. None of that matters now. And that bothers them. That scares the shit out of them. Because the money only goes but so far. If you a game goofy, you're gonna lose all your money today. See, only the best of the best, and only the strong will survive today. You can have all the money in the world, you're gonna lose it all, bro. You're gonna lose all of it. You're gonna get taken advantage of out here today. And see, that scares a lot of these know-it-alls. And these same know-it-alls, you know what most of them are gonna do? They're gonna go out and take the vaccine. Why? Because they're scared. Because in their mind, they don't want to get sick. They don't want to catch the virus, right? And what's their stupid, dumb way of thinking? They think, oh, if I take the shot, I won't catch it. No, it doesn't work like that. No one has ever said that, you know. But they're so ignorant, so miseducated. They got all this education, but they don't have no common sense. They couldn't talk their way out of a cardboard box or a brown paper bag. You know, all this education they got, and they're dumb as rocks. These people will get you killed. Because it's like, they have no common sense, no critical thinking skills, none whatsoever. They're like drones. They just do what they're told. They just have a PhD or highly educated, and they just used to taking orders. They're like drones. They're like robots. That's what these know-it-alls are good for. And they like sitting on the side. They're like cheerleaders, clapping the hands. Oh, I'm a fan of this person. Oh, I follow this celebrity, that celebrity. They know all the gossip talk when it comes to celebrities. A lot of these people are losers. People ask me about celebrities. I said, yo, I don't follow no damn celebrities. I ain't got time. I'm too busy trying to live my damn own life. I ain't got time to be following no damn celebrity. What benefit will I get from following a damn celebrity? I'm never gonna meet them. And most of them I don't want to meet, because I've met a bunch of celebrities and rappers and entertainers since I was 17, and most of them, after I meet them, I don't like them no more. Some of them I stop buying the music because most of them are bored. Most of them are not fun to be around, you know, and most of them put on a persona. It's like when you meet them in person, it's like a different person compared to you seeing them perform or do interviews and all that other good stuff. So I always tell people, you don't want to meet your favorite celebrity or favorite entertainer. You won't like them. You'd be like, this person's a fraud. So you got to stop listening to your friends and family. You know, people always ask me about books that they should buy. The first book you should buy before you buy mine is a passport book. Get you a passport, travel to as many places as you can, whether it's nationwide or out of the country. That's going to be the best education that you ever get in life, and it's priceless. And see, what's going to happen, you're going to go to these other countries, or you're going to go to other places. Go to South Florida, go to Miami, go to Fort Lauderdale, go to LA, go to Chicago, go to Houston, go to Dallas, go to these places. Go to Colombia, Brazil, Japan, Peru, Mexico. What's going to happen when you go to these places? Singapore, go to all these places. The Philippines, Thailand, Australia. When you go to all these places, what's going to happen is you're going to start figuring out that, hey, this shit ain't what I thought it was. I've been lied to. But you're going to go to these other places. When you're going to come back over here, you're going to be like, wait a minute. They lied to us over here, man. This ain't right. You're going to start putting two and two together, putting pieces together like a puzzle. And see, the more you understand how things work in this country or just around the world, the better off you be. Because see, your friends, your family, they're not gonna tell you shit. This is been my experience. It's been a lot of people's experience that I've met. See, when I was younger, growing up in the 20s, 30s, most of the people that I was around, almost nobody had anything to say about anything I was going through except for my parents. You know, your friends, they ain't gonna tell you shit. They really don't know shit. Yeah. People that even people outside of your family, every once in a while somebody used to give me a little advice. But most of my advice came from my parents and older, wiser people that my parents knew. That's where most of my advice, the best advice, came from. You know, and the more you understand how this world works, we're in the matrix. The more you understand how this shit works, the better off you be able to navigate. You know, and this is why I say you have to have game. Game is just strategy. It's all about having certain protocols, certain rules, and principles that you live by to get shit done in order for you to be the best you can be. That's all game is. But the more you understand how this system works, the more you understand human nature, how men and women work, the more you'll be able to navigate this crazy, insane, sick system that we live in. But if you don't want to learn, if you don't want to understand how things work, you're going to always struggle. You're going to always struggle. You're going to have a hard time. You're going to face a lot of rejections from men, women, everybody. You know, you're going to always have just enough to get by. You're going to have to always settle for a woman, settle for a job, settle for almost anything humanly possible. You have to settle if you have no game. That's the importance of game. You have, because today this damn near mandatory. It's starting to look that way. Because if you don't know what's going on, you're gonna get taken advantage of out here. You have to learn how to swim in the sea without getting eaten by sharks. That's how it's going today. Because if you don't know, nobody's gonna tell you. And people that you know will let you walk through the door in the fire without telling you anything. And they won't think anything's wrong with it either. And they claim they love you. But they don't look out for you. They'll see you doing something, struggling, and they know they can help, they still won't volunteer. That's that hater chip that's in them. Because see, in their mind, you ain't supposed to be doing better than them. You know? But see, what the hater don't understand is, if you look out for them, they want 9 times out of 10, you would reach back and lift them up. But they're not thinking like that. They're thinking like, fuck you, I want the whole damn thing. I want your spot and every goddamn thing you got. See, that's that hater. That's that hater chip that's in them. And you know who got them like that? Their parents. Because their mom wasn't shit, and the dad wasn't shit either. And they grew up 9 times out of 10 looking at their mom treat the dad like shit. That's why she ain't shit. Because her mom wasn't shit. See, it's easy for you to say somebody's dad ain't shit, but nobody says the mom ain't shit. There's a lot of ain't shit moms out here today. More than ever before. More than ever compared to when I was growing up. But nobody says anything. You got moms out here now, grandma 35, 45, 55, still trying to catch. She destroyed the whole family Nobody wants to be around her. Now she back out in these streets trying to catch. Cause the husband she had, he left and got married again. She's still single, but she's blaming him for everything. So I'm like, if he got married the second time, and you ain't married the second time, he can't be that bad then. But she doesn't see it that way. And it's hard for guys, even women, to look at their mom and be like, well, my mom ain't shit. My mom ain't worth a nickel. It's hard to do that. But they'll look at the dad though. Oh, he ain't. They'll take they'll take the mom side any day. They give the mom the benefit of the doubt. Won't give the dad the benefit of the doubt. You know? I had people that do that to me in my family. They'll start telling me about everything everybody else is doing. And I'm like, well, damn, what the hell I don't get celebrated? What the hell I'm doing over here? They downplay shit that I was doing. This is why most of my family, I didn't tell them anything I was doing in the beginning. They found out years later. And I did that on purpose. Because I knew if they would have found out what I was doing ahead of time, they would have, more than likely, they would have said something negative, and I would have never wrote any book. I would have never I would have never started any channel. I would have never traveled. Because most people are negative. Most people have that loser lack mentality. And if you don't have no confidence, blame your mom. That's your mom is the problem. That's why you don't have no confidence. That's why you have a low self-image of yourself, because your mom fucked you up. And until you deal with that, you're never going to be able to elevate yourself and change your life and take things to the next level. So hey, this is like a rant. Maybe I went a little too long and a little too hard on this one. Like, share the video, tell me what you think below. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.